Throwing the hook. So throwing the hook is one of the things that is taught very differently in many different academies, different schools, different gyms. But there's a certain fundamental principles that we're trying to adhere to. So first of all, whenever people throw a hook, and normally we're going to start with the lead hook, what feels comfortable and what feels powerful is making a big circle. The bigger the circle is, the more time you have to generate power, and so it feels better. So if I was to go hit the heavy bag, I would feel like I was hitting harder if I was making a big circle. But the problem is, when I make this big circle and my hand goes all the way away from my face, I'm creating big openings. So the hook is a punch that when we practice it sometimes won't feel very hard. It's only when we hit it in live sparring correctly that all of a sudden we watch our opponent wobble a little bit. So we're trying to develop technical habits, and we have to realize that a little bit of that is going to be counterintuitive. So starting from the ground up, my feet are connected to the ground, my lead foot pushes, my lead knee drives in, my lead hip turns over. Boom, the more I turn over, the better. So I'm turning over, same thing, rear foot is pulling my weight back. So I'm sitting my weight into this back posterior chain, kind of sitting down as I go. With my hand, I'm snapping this elbow into place as fast as possible, no matter what thumb orientation I use. A lot of people will teach thumb up, like we're holding a coffee cup. A lot of people will teach thumb pointing back at you. Both of these are great. They have different applications, and we can definitely go in depth talking about those anytime. But for now, thumb up or thumb in are the two most common. But either way, I'm getting the point of my elbow behind my fist and my forearm parallel to the ground. And that's the key that I'm looking for. So I'm in my stance, I just snap up and come back. You'll notice it's a very small path that I'm traveling. I'm not over punching through because my opponent would likely be in front of me. So I'm just hitting and coming back. So it snaps up and snaps down. Snaps up and snaps down. Snaps up, snaps down. Snaps up, snaps down. Same thing with the rear hook. It's just driving off the back foot, but everything just snaps into place. Elbow behind a flat parallel forearm, behind the striking surface, first two knuckles of the fist. Bang and back, bang and back, bang and back. At many gyms, you won't even see the rear hook taught, but it's a good piece to have in your toolkit. It's just something that the lead hook is so much more common, especially in Western boxing and everything else. So you can practice both, get proficient with both, but the biggest thing we're looking for is getting the elbow in place quickly whenever we're throwing our hooks.